Hello, this is John with Coffee Reviews, and today we will be discussing the natural Ethiopia Beriti Strawberry Sundae from Luna Coffee Roasters. And there's the bag right there. And let's talk a little bit about this coffee before I talk about the roaster. So, if you watch my blind taste test video, you'll see that this one finished second out of 5 coffees, finished behind one of the Onyx coffees. And I want to emphasize real quick before we start discussing this coffee, I think that on its day, this coffee actually could have finished first place. It was one of those things where the Onyx was just really shining through nicely that day, but at its peak, I feel like this coffee was just as good, if not better, than that Onyx was. So I wanted to emphasize that real quick because I normally don't heap so much praise on a coffee roaster that isn't necessarily Onyx or Sweet Bloom, those being my two favorite, but I really think Luna did an amazing job with this coffee, so I wanted to get that out of the way before anything else. Now, Luna is based out of Langley, British Columbia, not too far from Vancouver. And it's a very popular coffee roaster, not just in Vancouver, but among coffee enthusiasts as a whole. I've seen a lot of people praising their coffee. They're huge fans of the work that Luna's been doing. And I've actually enjoyed their coffee for probably over a year now. Since I've been taking regular trips up to Vancouver, I learned about their coffee, and I've really been enjoying any chance I get to try a lot of the newer stuff that they've had. So a lot of praise for Luna. They're considered on the lighter side of the roasting spectrum. I wouldn't put them in the same tier as the Scandinavian Nordic coffee roasters, but relative to this area, especially Seattle and even Vancouver, probably going to be one of the lighter, if not the lightest coffee roasters you're going to find. But they still do a great job of not underdeveloping their coffee, in my opinion. Let's start talking about this coffee though. Day 6, light and subtle strawberry. It came off as maybe more artificial strawberry flavoring than natural strawberry. Bit of creaminess, and it finished with some subtle chocolate notes. But one thing I noted on this, probably too early to be drinking this coffee on day 6. Day 7 though, this was terrific. Great strawberries and cream, and it was such a beautiful cup of coffee at this point. What a difference a day made, seriously, spectacular. Day 9, I brewed it through the cone filter, and that's when a lot of the chocolate finish came out a little stronger. Tamed the strawberry, but the sweetness was still definitely present. Day 11, that's I think when a lot of the coffee tapered off. It's when I made my tasting wheel, and it wasn't as strawberry forward, but I was getting a little bit more of this kind of caramel and milk chocolate finish. It was at this point, like I said, I made my tasting wheel, but it was a day after this I made that blind taste test video, and that's why if it was done through day 7 through day 10, it probably could have won that blind taste test challenge, but it was tremendous coffee pretty much all the way through that point. And it still is. Like, as I'm drinking this on day 18, I'm pretty impressed still. Let's go ahead and put up the tasting wheel now though, so you can see what I was getting. Sweetness and berry both got 4. And they could have been the highest marks possible, I think, if it would have been done through from day 7 through day 10. Overly strawberry forward, obviously, and great sweetness from the caramel, the milk chocolate, and the strawberries, and the cream. I think there were some hidden underrated florals in this as well. Relatively clean cup of coffee for it being a natural Ethiopia. Obviously not going to have the highest body, and then not a whole lot else that was coming through this coffee. And if I had one criticism that I've heard from other people, they said that this coffee might be a little lacking in complexity, because this coffee it's like a strawberry sundae. You get a lot of strawberries and cream, chocolate, and caramel. And while some might knock that, all of those flavors were so sweet and well done that I would say it shouldn't be a knock for a kind of lack of complexity. This coffee is what it is, and it's tremendous at what it is. So, when it comes down to that, who would I suggest this coffee to? There are a lot of people I would suggest this coffee to. Anybody that enjoys natural Ethiopias, obviously, this is a straightforward recommend. Anybody that enjoys sweet coffees, and anybody that is looking to branch out, try different coffee roasters, and anybody that's still trying to develop their palate, because this coffee will hit you with these flavors, and it doesn't take an expert to realize what you're tasting. The only person I kind of steer this coffee away from is maybe people that aren't into the fruity flavors, or that are very traditionalist with their coffee, or people maybe that do enjoy huge complexity in their coffee, because it's not complex, but it's got so much going for it that I think this caters to a huge majority of the coffee enthusiast scene, that it's worth trying for pretty much anybody that really enjoys this type of coffee. I think I'm going to leave it at that, though. If you've tried this coffee, please let me know what you thought of it as well. I mean, I was obviously really impressed. One of my favorites kind of surprises of the year, I would definitely say. If you enjoy this content, give it a like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But this right here has been a discussion of the Strawberry Sundae Natural Ethiopia Beriti from Luna. Thank you for watching.